And things continue to happen in Kenyan politics. Things that have never, ever happened before. Indeed, things that if we were to introduce to our forefathers, they would say, no, that can't be true. Okay? And the latest shocker that everybody is talking about, imagine the President of the Republic of Kenya appoints you to a parastatal or a certain government agency, and you say, no thank you. Okay? And even to make matters worse, you do not write a private letter to the President. You post your letter of rejecting this position, of course containing very polite words. You post it on social media. Now the latest is that Millicent Omanga, everybody knows Millicent Omanga. Everybody knows her. And everybody knows that she has been very, very close to President Ruto, especially when he was campaigning, when he was deputy president and campaigning for the presidency. She has been UDA party dam. Now on October 4th, the president appointed her to an important environmental body, the Nairobi Rivers Commission. Her response, thank you very much. I'm very grateful, but no thanks. No thanks. And this happens within a very short time from the last time it happened, when former Machakos town legislator Bwana Munyaka also said, thank you very much, I'm very grateful, but no thanks. He too rejected a state appointment. Hey, what is going on here? I mean, people fight tooth and nail. People do all kinds of crazy things in order to get a state appointment. Any state appointment. And then here we have individuals who are perceived to be very close to UDA rejecting appointments by the president. This has led to a lot of speculation amongst Kenyans. And so today on my show, I think we should analyze it very deeply so that we understand what may be happening here. Now briefly, I would like to warmly thank our sponsors for today's show. LemFi, that app that enables you to send money to your loved ones. And it has so many advantages. And I keep on recommending that at least you should try it out. And if you use my code, KUMEKACHA, meaning that you heard it from me, you'll be able to get a cashback reward. I'm aware many of us use similar services, especially during these hard times, where many of us have no option but to help out our relatives back home. So please try it and please let me know how it goes. Okay? Right. Let's dive into this show. Now, the suspicion amongst most Kenyans is that these people are rejecting these state appointments because they know something that we don't know. Millicent Omanga, that one was the worst, because we know she has always been very, very close to Ruto. Millicent Omanga's rejection of the state appointment, many believe, has a very good reason. And many believe that that good reason is that Millicent Omanga knows something which the rest of us Kenyans do not know. And that something may not be to her advantage going forward, accepting this state appointment. So many of us firmly and strongly believe that this is what is happening here. Okay? Now, there is something else here. Do you realize that there's a lot of danger in rejecting a state appointment? Oh yes. Because when you reject an appointment by the president, don't you think you are embarrassing the president? And so what this means is that Ms Omanga and Bwana Munyaka earlier on seem to feel so strongly about their position of rejecting the appointments that they are willing to suffer the danger of taking such action. And remember, there is also the disturbing question of why not reject this appointment privately? Yeah, obviously these people have ways of getting communication into State House and telling the president very politely, please sir, I cannot accept this appointment because of 1, 2, 3. Both these UDA DAMU members posted their letter rejecting the appointments on social media to ensure that everybody saw it. Doesn't that sound strange to you? Well, one way of looking at it is that these are politicians, and perhaps as politicians they know just how unpopular this government is, and maybe they're trying to survive because they know that when a government is as unpopular as the current Kenya Kwanza government is, it is only a matter of time before there is a change of regime. And when there's that change of regime, don't you think the voters, the people, are going to salamia fulani and fulani? You know this thing of greeting legislators and politicians, where people do not like what they've done or how they voted in parliament? There is that danger. And not only that, there is the danger that their political career will come to an end. And so, one possibility is that these politicians, because both are politicians, these politicians are trying to look into the future. And what they're seeing in the future is that if they accept an appointment right now, it will cripple, mess up their future. And that already, without any other speculation, is a very, very strong statement. It is a strong statement that confirms that the Kenya Kwanza government, this Kenya Kwanza government, is not here to stay for any length of time. Indeed, it could go at any time. That is the strongest message I got from this development that took most Kenyans, including yours truly, completely by surprise. I mean, I'm still in shock. Bwana Munyaka, okay, it could have happened. But Millicent Omanga, making this kind of move. In fact, I'll confess to you, the first time I saw this, I was sure it was fake news. I was very sure. But on investigating further, I found out it is true. And then shortly after that, it has started appearing on mainstream media. You know, we are told by those who are close to Ruto that one of the things that Gachagua said that really angered Ruto people was when he referred to Ruto as a one-term president. Well, rejecting a plum government job, an appointment by the president himself, is an even stronger statement that does not say that Ruto is a one-term president. It says that Ruto is a president who is on his way out at any time. That is really what it is. Even more telling, you know that the usual sycophants of Ruto, who immediately something happens, they release a statement. They come out and say something. Now, since Millicent Omanga rejected this job given to her by Ruto, they have been silent. Wamenyamaza kama mtungi ya maji. They're not saying anything. That is very telling. It is very, very telling. Because I suspect these people know exactly why Millicent Omanga and Bwana Munyaka rejected the appointments. They know, and they know it is true. Therefore, what do you expect them to say? Huh? And of course, even the lies they tell us a lot of times, the propaganda they spread a lot of times, even those usually run out. Even those ones, there comes a time when you run out of them. There comes a time when you're very short of lies to tell, extremely short of believable propaganda that you can peddle to shoot down this crazy development in our politics. I will of course keep a very close eye on this on your behalf, and you can be sure I will come up with an update when something significant happens, because I have a gut feeling this is not the end of this manenos. Something else is going to happen very shortly. Now the latest is that activist Boniface Mwangi was in the very early hours of this morning, the 27th of October 2024, picked up from his Machakos home by 6 men. Okay? His current whereabouts unknown. Now it seems that the abductions, the kidnappings, the arrest of people who would seem to have a different point of view as that of government sycophants, are in great danger in Kenya, or rather are still in grave danger in Kenya, despite even recent developments like the Gen Z protests, etc. It seems nothing has changed, and some people are still very determined to stick to their old ways. Now guess what? This is very closely linked to my very latest Moto Kuliko Pasikumi ya Makaa special report. Now in case you've not gotten hold of it, I would strongly recommend that you do so as soon as possible, because the nature of this information is so sensitive that I will not keep this offer going for a long time. Now you can see details on your screens right now, repeated in the description area below this video on YouTube, and also in the comments area. For only 2,999 Kenya shillings, or only $23, pop, you can have this hot information in your inbox. I would strongly, very strongly recommend it. Until next time, this is Chris Kumekucha.